I'm Mo Rocca, and I'm excited to announce Season 4 of my podcast, Mobituaries. I've got a whole new bunch of stories to share with you about the most fascinating people and things who are no longer with us. From famous figures who died on the very same day, to the things I wish would die, like buffets. All that and much more. Listen to Mobituaries with Mo Rocca wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back, folks. It's Monday, January 22nd, 2024. Born on this date in 1952, Alabama-based player Teddy Gentry of Fort Payne. In 1973, former NFL wide receiver Reggie Barlow of Montgomery. Now, he's coached at Alabama State and is currently the head coach of the D.C. Defenders of the XFL. Today, we have how the weather is affecting a neurosurgeon's office, an amateur golfer who had a heck of a weekend, and the passing of a Selma foot soldier. My name's Ike Morgan, and we're down in Alabama. Well, this week, the state's expected to see warmer and wetter weather, but with ice still on roadways, some North Alabama schools are still holding class virtually today. Now, also in some areas, we've had water supplies run short and water boil notices in effect because of busted pipes. But teachers and plumbers aren't the only folks who've been scrambling the past week. AL.com's Warren Kula reports that a Huntsville neurosurgeon has seen his office busy enough that he's put out a warning for folks who might seize the opportunity to go sledding in the snow. Dr. Rhett Murray of the Spine and Neuro Center said he'd been on duty 4 days in a row treating weather-related injuries, and most of them have involved sledding. He said he's seen a fractured neck and several head injuries. He said several other injuries have involved ATVs, one where an ATV was pulling a kayak and the kayak hit a tree. His wife, Melanie Hammer Murray, posted that one person sledded into a parked car face first and left a nose bone on the ground. Dr. Murray said that if you ever decide to go sledding, always inspect your path, wear a helmet, and go feet first. Now, we're going to add that you need to immediately counsel any of your buddies who grabs a sled and yells, "Y'all ain't going to believe this." Huntsville native and University of Alabama sophomore Nick Dunlap this past weekend became the first amateur golfer to win on the PGA Tour in 33 years, reports AL.com's Matt Cohen. Dunlap set a tournament record by shooting 29 under par to win the American Express at La Quinta Country Club in La Quinta, California. He fired a 60 during Saturday's round to take a 3-stroke lead into the final day. Now, Dunlap becomes just the 8th amateur to ever win on the PGA Tour. The last one was a 20-year-old Phil Mickelson at the Northern Telecom Open in Tucson, Arizona in January 1991. Bloody Sunday foot soldier George Sally has passed away, reports AL.com's Warren Kula. Congresswoman Terry Sewell announced Sally's death on social media. In 1965, Sally was a 36-year-old veteran of the Korean War and joined the March 7th march from Selma to Montgomery over voting rights. He carried a scar from the attack by the public mob and police at the Edmund Pettus Bridge. Sewell said he never missed a Selma commemoration. Now, he's shown in photos this past March joining hands with President Biden during the annual walk across the bridge. Now, according to the Selma Times-Journal, the very next month, the Dallas County Commission honored him with a plaque for showing courage during the Civil Rights Movement. George Sally was 94 years old. Well, thank y'all so much for listening to us. We're going to be back here again tomorrow. Until then, as always, come on by and see what we're up to on the World Wide Web at AL.com.